Hello, how are you all doing? Welcome to the live discussion of Foxheart by Claire Legrand. I can't wait to see y'all's opinions because I think we're definitely going to be diverse in our opinions today. So that will make for a fun live. Hello, Kate. How you're doing? Welcome, Larissa. Hello, Ika. Judith. Welcome, Natalie. Hello, Josephine. Foxheart was the second book I finished this year. Nice. Well done. Oh, I don't think I wrote down Foxheart. Yeah. Did I? No. No, completely forgot. It's not in the cards. Okay, I have to do that somewhere. All right. Thank you for reminding me. Whoop whoop, Judith. I hear and see you. Thank you. It's always nice when people write that in the comments. I'm like, yes, we're good. Because it looks on my screen like we're good, but that doesn't mean we're truly good. I really liked it. Nice. Although we were obviously missing foxes, right? After I put myself past the deception of the fox. Yeah, see? Yeah, I was disappointed by the fox, and I'm not even as much of a fox lover as you are, so I could imagine how bad it is for you. Yeah, I liked it. I was very worried because you all said it was dark, and for that I expected the worst. I don't think, or it is dark. You are correct. However, I do have read way darker middle grade. If this was too dark for you, don't read the Tickety. The Tickety is the darkest middle grade I've ever read. And compared to Tickety, Foxheart is a breeze. Like it's not dark. Obviously, there are very dark things, but so if this was a bit too dark for you and you are considering reading the Tickety, maybe not, because that is truly dark. I really liked it too, and I wasn't even feeling the fox deception. Sorry, everyone. No, it's fine. I was so mad and disappointed for yeah. I get it. I absolutely get it. I was disappointed by the book. Only gave it 2 stars. All right, I'm very curious to hear why. Because it I expected people to like this less. So I can totally see it, but I would love to know why. So double deception for me. It was also not as dark as I thought it would be. Yeah. Yeah. If you want it darker than this, Judith, read the Tickety. I cannot believe that the Tickety has ever been a children's book. I don't know how it is got marketed as a kid's book. I would not let my kids read that. This, if they're not spooked easily, is fine to me, but I couldn't get into the book. It wasn't for me, but I love to watch this live show and hear what you all thought of the book. And still, Avka, we would love to hear your thoughts. We appreciate all thoughts here. The salt and the sugar. It's all fine. It doesn't have all to be positive. The story didn't pull me in at all. I was bored even when stuff was happening. I also didn't like the characters. I can see that. And we will get to that a bit later with characters, but I can definitely see you not liking the characters. I had a bit of trouble with the characters at first too. Yeah. I liked it. Not a fave though. Somewhere average, but I'm not sure if it will stick to me that well. I think we're exactly at the same page. I liked it. It was fine to read. Not a new favorite. And I also don't think I will remember this over a year. Probably when I then pick up the book again, I will remember. But I don't think this will be a book that I would recommend often or really stays to hang out, to stick around. But I I enjoyed it. It has some creative ideas that like witches need a monster, I'd say. So that's where the second star comes from. Yeah, that's fair. That absolutely seems fair. What did the rest rate it? I gave it 3 stars because it was very average to me. So, and when I was finally in it, I wanted to continue it. If I wouldn't had that, then it would have been a 2 stars. But now I was still interested enough. So 3 stars for me. Hello, Sormulate. Had dinner. No, we just started. And Larissa gave it a 2 stars. I gave it 3 stars. Ava could not get into the book, so she DNF'd it like you did. And I think that's basically all you missed. We also said hello to everyone, so welcome. But will you read the second book? Yes. Yes. If you all want to read the second book with me, I would be willing to do it. I own it. I bought both of them at the same time. And this is not a sequel. It is a book set in the same world, but years later, like decades later, I believe. It doesn't say how long it is after. But let me know. If you all want to read it, I'm here. If you all say, don't bother, Denise, we can pick a different book. I'm absolutely fine with both of those options. Judith gave it 4 stars. Nice. Maybe a 4 if I would give stars. Yeah, well. This is also helpful. You don't have to give it the original stars anywhere else. You did like the character. Yeah. I liked some characters. I didn't like them all. And it did take me a while before I liked them. DNF Club! Yes, we support DNF. Every single time. I'll be reading the second book too. Nice. Finally got Jack out of the bath, so now I can talk. It was a 3 star for me. Interesting idea with the team, but didn't hold my attention and took me a while to finish. Yeah. Yeah, I can totally see that. I clearly won't. That's absolutely fine, Larissa. That is fine. Can I make it a poll? And then we'll just see. I will do the majority of how. Yes. Let me do a poll. Would you read the second book? Yes. No. Let's vote, and then we'll just talk about the book and we'll come back to it. Yes, Barbara. I think a lot of people are currently on the DNF team. To me, it was an easy entertainment while doing chores and crocheting. And it had a few quotes and thoughts that I liked, especially toward the end. Yeah, I can see them. So I'll probably read the second one with you, yeah. No, it's not a sequel. It's a companion novel. This is about Barry was born with nose for lightning. She's the most talented harvester the Vale has ever seen. Surely she and her unicorn Noro can find enough lightning to fend off the great evil threatening her home. Thorn, Briar's shy and sensitive twin, is an artist, a gutter sweep. But when the unthinkable happens, Thorn summons the courage she never knew she had and undertakes a dangerous quest to find the legendary witch. Celestina, Queen of the Vale, has borne the royal family's curse ever since her parents died. And now she is determined to break it, no matter what it takes, but nothing is what it seems, not the lightning, not the curse, not even the famous Quicksilver Foxheart. And I thought I read on Goodreads that it was like 200 years later, but not sure exactly. At Barra, honestly, would have done that too if I wasn't listening to the audio. Yeah, and again, like, if you don't want to read it, don't. If you want to DNF it. Like, it's fine. It's not a problem. I also think it's another story after reading the ending. Yes. Yeah. I knew that from the start, but I still didn't dare to look at the synopsis. But I knew it was companion of another a direct sequel. Slyboot was definitely a bit of struggle. To be fair, I had a struggle with Quicksilver too. So you could read another book. It's fine with me. Yeah, well, just, we'll see the poll. It's 50-50 now. So if somebody else can still vote, that would be helpful. No, but we'll see the poll and then I can read 2 books. Yeah, same. Me too. I voted no, but in caps. Larissa, I love you. I love you so much. Yeah, no, I that is what I was also thinking. If it stays 50-50, like, I kept February off because of the other club. But I'm, delaying that so I can prepare better. Anyway, then we might be doing Torn Light in February and just pick another book from March so everybody can join on the official months we picked. I was listening to the audio too, but just didn't care. And then don't read it. Absolutely don't read it. Kept getting distracted, and no matter how much I thought I should go back and listen to what I missed, I couldn't make myself. Yeah, hence DNF. Yeah, I think that has been a good choice. Absolutely. I didn't really listen to the last hour of the audio because I was quite over it. Yeah, I can see it. And then please DNF, guys. Like, there is, I know that it is for a book club, but I would feel so bad if you all felt forced to read a book you didn't like. Just give up, quit, go read something you love. Same there. So I was also listening to the audiobook, tried it 2 times, but just couldn't connect to the story or characters. So I decided to DNF. Yeah, I have no idea which options to click, so I'll read it if everyone else is, but probably won't if it wasn't for me, the book club. Then I do think it kind of is like a no, Kate. Because you would not pick it up by yourself, which means that you probably preferably read an other book with us. Actually, I voted no, as I only read it due to the peer pressure, so obviously not a book. Yeah, like, and that's exactly what I said. Like, then it's a no, and that is completely fine with me. We will pick another book at the end of this. If that's okay for people, if they can stay the whole time. Otherwise, it will get messy. I think so, because then I have to look now, and then I'm getting hugely distracted. The beginning was not as strong, yes. Well, atmosphere-wise, I don't think I had a lot of issues with the start, even. It definitely sets the setting of, Quicksilver being bullied and not treated well with adults. And I do think it was necessary for her character to understand why she was like how she was. If I didn't have the beginning, I would not have liked her at all. Now I still didn't really like her, but I at least could tolerate her. If I didn't have the start, I would not have been able to tolerate her. So I didn't mind the cloister orphanage type of deal. It was fine by me, not as dark as I had expected it to be. Also not greatly entertaining or, exciting. But I get it was there. And it did set the tone of the book. I feel like the atmosphere kept the same. It was a bit grim. like a gray, rainy day. That is how the atmosphere of this book felt to me. A gray, rainy day. A day you don't want to go outside, but you have to. So you need to look for anything pretty on the way, because otherwise you're not going to make it to your destination. That is what the atmosphere of this book felt like, and I do think that is fair, considering you're going on war with one of the most powerful witches there is. That does seem to be a bit grim. So I think the atmosphere was good for what it was supposed to do. However, I did miss a lot of world building. I was not fully invested in the world, and I think that is because I was missing some world building. But if you would ask me, like, what did you want, I could not tell you. So, or it was all because of the foxes. It could also be, yes. Yes, I love to hang out for the entire time. Nice. I was close to DNFing it, but I did give it a fair chance, and I'm happy I did. Yeah, that's me too. Me too. I wasn't close to DNFing it, but I'm not sure if I would have go through with it on my own, because there were a lot of more appealing books that I wanted to read at that time. Not per se because I didn't like the book, but like Larissa said, it was a bit boring at some parts. I like the shapeshift magic of the monsters, and they could talk in their mind. Yes, I did like that, and I did like the scene with the market and how they meet the witch. But I didn't like the scene where they meet Slywood for the first time at all. That didn't vibe with me at all. I felt it was very unrealistic, both from characters and atmosphere kind of point. I also like the atmosphere, but there was not much world building. No, I do feel like I missed that. Agree on world building, but also the characters, they had no traits or one. Yeah, yes. We will get to characters, and I do think most of us have a lot to say about that one. Yeah, I know I do. I also think the second half was better. Yes, I do agree, Natalie. I do agree that. And the thing I liked the most was the themes it tackled, even though character felt quite flat, especially Quicksilver. Yes, as a main character, you would have expected Alice. Yes, and that actually happened. I don't know if you know the book. It's Alice by Michelle Harrison. That obviously sounds like an Alice in Wonderland retelling to me. It was called The Other Alice, which absolutely sounded like a Wonderland retelling, an Alice in Wonderland retelling by my favorite author, Michelle Harrison. Turns out it wasn't. The book was still good, but I also gave it 4 stars because it was not an Alice in Wonderland retelling. Oh yes, I have it's a good book. It's a good book. And it's also sort of a book about books, which I really like. But it is not an Alice in Wonderland retelling. So, you know, if you have Alice in the title, it better be an Alice in Wonderland retelling. So I totally get the Fox deception here. I heard that all our books after reading a Pinchof Magic series. Oh, I love it. Even the under middle grade, because she has a few under middle grade. Those I haven't read, but otherwise I have read all of them. And I actually have a video where I ranked them all. Still not have read any of them yet. Oh, The Other Alice was a really good one. And the 13 Treasures is definitely one. If you want fairies, pick that one. So let's talk about characters. We're all dying to talk about characters. I did not like Quicksilver. And that says something because I normally really like stubborn characters. And I normally don't mind characters that are angry to the rest of the world. Even if it's not completely fair. However, with her, I just felt like she was angry to be angry. And it only made sense to some degree because, yes, in the cloister, or what was it? The orphanage, you know what I mean. They were very tough on her. She has been bullied. She has not been helped. She will get in trouble anyway. So I get that she is angry at the world. I don't know. It felt like that was her only character thing she had. And that's why they kept going at it. And I'm like, yeah, was that necessary? I think you could have done so much more with her. And she was just quite annoying. How she treated Sly Boots. She was so self absorbed, stubborn, and angry just to be angry that it was a bit hard to like her. And I felt it got a bit less halfway through. Especially when they meet the other wizards, because they do, she did like them, and then it was all about connecting with others and share their powers. And I really like the message of you can't do everything alone. Sometimes it's just better to work together. I did really enjoy that message. I don't know. I wanted more growth from Quicksilver, at least. I'll be really One Wish this year for sure. Yeah, it's fun. I liked Fox and Quicksilver. I didn't care much about Ollie. Yes, Ollie is slightly. Ollie is fine. I didn't dislike him. I also didn't overly care, but I think he was one of the more likable characters for me. I did not like Sly Boots. I don't know. He felt a bit like a creep. I think it's weird. He just agrees to girl to go, and then, he was whiny about it, which obviously fair. And then he was mean all the time, and that's also what bothered me from both Anastasia and Quicksilver, because his behavior changed drastically. And they didn't even try to comfort him. They didn't even try to make it better for him while he was so concerned about his parents dying. That's, where I really disliked Quicksilver at that point. I liked Fox, how he was described when he didn't have a voice. When he didn't have a voice, I liked him less. And then he grew on me a bit again. If that makes sense. I really liked the tree lady. The one that sang to keep men prisoners. I really liked her. I only really liked Fox and sometimes Anastasia. Yeah, Anastasia was good at sometimes. I did enjoy her as a character. But I would have loved to learn more about her. Get a bit more backstory, maybe. I don't have thoughts about Quicksilver because I feel like she didn't really have a character. Yeah, I can see that. I don't really remember what she was like, actually. Yeah, I can see that. And I think that is also part of why I didn't like her as much. Goofy, wacky Anastasia was so funny. Yeah. But then I felt sorry that she was left just, I don't know. I think Quicksilver didn't care enough about other people, and Sly Boots did even less. And that's what annoyed me the most about them. Yes, we are still spoiler free. After this, we're gonna talk about the plot spoiler free, and then we'll go into spoilers. I also feel like she never really tried making friends with anyone. The only thing she talked about was stealing. Yes, that's exactly, yeah. That bothered me too, Larissa, yes. Do we read spoilers already? No. I will say so. We do atmosphere, characters, plot, and then spoilers. Every single time. But I will tell you next time in the beginning, so it's easier. I actually found Slijbus the most interesting character. I didn't dislike him even when he messed up. He had valid reasons and at least was consistent as character. I can see it. I don't know if he felt consistent to me. I can definitely see why the character change was there, and I can see why he made his choices. But it's just, it didn't make sense to me why he would like Quicksilver or try to be, I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. Also, when he began to change, they didn't even realize it. Yeah. They saw it in Anastasia, but not in him, and then it was too late. Yeah, and also I feel like I've read some passages that she did notice, but she was like, yeah, I don't care. You know, I'll do something for, steal, and then I'll think about it. Like, there was always something else they prioritized instead of his mental health or his character changes or, his concerns or whatever. Okay, I'll say McLovin. Yeah, please. Plot-wise, I don't think there was a huge plot. I think the plot twist that was supposed to be a twist was quite predictable. And I think it bothered me that they didn't, there were signs and they didn't do anything with it. So they did not do anything to prevent it. And that annoyed the shit out of me. I was also quite angry about something that just happened before the ending. So I don't think I liked the plot twist. I didn't hate them. They didn't bother me, but they were also not surprising. And then one did bother me. But I did like the time traveling aspect. And I loved the magic system. And I loved the message of, again, I love the part that you could share your magic. That was really interesting to me, and I would love if we had dove in a bit more into that. Oh, the other character I did like was the Wolf King. I did like his character. I think what they did with him was very, very clever. I like that part. That was maybe my favorite part. Is there anything we would say spoiler free, or would we all like to go into spoilers? Because I'm happy with both. I'm good. I don't see any comments, and I don't know if you guys are not typing or if it is my internet again. So let's go into spoilers. If you haven't read the book and you still want to, please leave now. Because we are going into spoilers. Just so you know, this is your final warning. 3, 2, 1, bye! Spoilers, please. There we go. Boots was a bit whiny to me, yes. Yeah, but and I get it. I get why he was whiny. Because they took him to the past and he didn't know what was gonna happen to his parents. I didn't like that he was blaming Quicksilver that much because she did when she decided to go with Anastasia, she did not know if she would go through a different timeline. She didn't know. So I don't think it's fair to blame her. But, you know, they should have talked about it. And I think then it would all have been fine. I'm here for the spoilers. Yeah, spoilers. Up until his betrayal, I thought the twist would be that Slyboot was the Wolf King. No, as soon as he changed characters, I was like, he is going to betray them. He is going to deliver them to the Wolf King. And he did. So, you know, it did not surprise me. But that's why I had to laugh about your comment as well, Judith. Because you thought that as well. And it was so funny to me because I was like, oh, you're close, but that's not it. I also get it, but still, what could she have done about it? Yeah. And this is where it was frustrating to me because I get that he is upset at first. But, you know, if they could just have talked, I'm so sorry, I had no clue we were going to the past. And, you know, really sat down with him about his concerns and took him seriously, he would have forgiven her. And understood that she didn't know. And then they could probably have found a way to, you know, go home as soon as possible together. Because at first, when Anastasia said, oh, that's new, we have never had you before, I thought it would all be about friendship, and how having a friend would change the world, and that's why she would defeat the Wolf King. So as soon as his character was changing, I was like, nope, he's gonna betray her. Yes, and such might have talked about it, but that would have added extra stuff to the book that was not too important to the plot. No, but it would have been important to the character development. And I think one reason why this book didn't get higher stars for me was because I found there was too little character development. So they might have edited it out. I don't know. I think that would have been a wrong choice. There were a fuss of humans when Quicksilver surprised Anastasia. And I thought was, why are you surprised when this is you from the past? You shouldn't have remembered what you did. Yeah, I think that is the part that is hard in time traveling, because there have been many Anastasias and it has ended differently any time, and there were multiple Quicksilver she could have taken. I kind of remember a talk about that, so I can understand that taking yourself from the past will change your future, so you don't know. Because it will also change your past, because that, you know, you got a different. But I think that is why time travel books are so confusing and also hard to write, because the rules are a bit unclear. That's why I thought Boots would be the Wolf King in the future, but I was so wrong. I did love that there was actually a little boy in the Wolf King who was trying to fight it all along. He has been trying to fight it for over 200 years. And he was the one that, you know, he was the last troll. He was the reason why they won. Him fighting is what finally led to the downfall of the Wolf King, and I absolutely loved that. That was very, very strong to me. The Anastasia we saw wasn't the Anastasia Quicksilver will be in the future. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's that is the hard thing of time traveling books. Yes, the multiple Anastasia didn't really make 100% sense all the time. They felt like an entirely different person. Yeah, I mean, they should at least have the same personality. There were some gaps in logic. Yep. Yeah, I get that. But then I do like that they were different, if that is a way to show that, like, your different experiences will make you a different person. Whereas Anastasia was probably being betrayed multiple times, she turned into not trusting anyone. Whereas Quicksilver made a friends in Slyboots, she was more inclined to trust people. Which I think that is, you know, as a message, I like that. I did feel sorry for that boy, Ari. Yeah, Ari was sad. Oh, God, I don't know for sure, but I'm also confused with the time travel first too. Yeah, I do think time travel books are very easy to get confused. At least for me, they are. Um, but yeah, I know. I don't know. I just felt so sorry that they didn't do anything when Sly Boots changed his character, because there was obviously something wrong. I didn't like that they left Anastasia just on her own when, she was having one of her episodes where she forgot. I didn't like that we didn't really get an explanation of why she immediately declined so much without her magic. I don't know. I would like the book better if it was about Anastasia. I think. But then I love the tree lady that almost killed Slybirds. And that, I love that message that the whole tale and the gossip that was going around about her wasn't true. And that she was actually trapped and really needed help. And that's why she was trying to get help. So I did like that. I did love that they all worked together at the end. Yes. Yes, I did like that. I didn't really get the whole defeating him. The whole thing with the 7 skeletons and stuff like that, I didn't really get that. Why was it so easy for Anastasia to find them? When she had only one, and he already had 2 or 3. And if they want to be together, why couldn't he find them as easily? When he had 3 to help him search for him. And they feel each other, right? So that is, I don't know, I was a bit confusing to me. Yes, and then all the others made sure Boots' parents were looked after. Yes, I loved that part. I love that it became such a legend. That they would always have been taken care of. I did really enjoy that part, but I also didn't really get, because yeah, maybe it makes sense. I don't know. The time traveling thing is also a bit confusing to me. I thought they would use the skeleton for power at first, but Quicksilver couldn't do that. She could sense them. No, she couldn't sense them. The skeleton she had could sense them. And she was just listening or feeling what the skeleton was pulling her through. So he could have done the same, right? I like the working together too, but that was so predictable because it was mentioned so many times that witches don't do that. That annoyed me a bit. We got to the point, yeah, I get it. Yes, it was very, but I do think the book overall was very predictable. Yeah, I get that. Or has a better connection with folks that helped her find them as well. No, but they were just looking what the skeleton did. So then he could have done the same, right? Maybe he didn't give them the attention they needed, like the singing and such. Yeah, that could be it, Larissa. That could be it. I'm so lost. Makes sense since I DNF, but no, I get some answers, but still fun to listen to. Yeah, it was a lot actually. The wolves and R were not connected like that, and he did fight them all those years. Yeah, Ari did fight them, but the wolves themselves were the spirits of the bones. So because they inhaled the bones to get stronger, so they should be able to sense them, right? And it were the wolves who fought, who wanted to find them to get stronger again because they were the first lords. Could a little boy that have destroyed and killed so many in their job really have hold them off of finding their brothers? That as well, so yeah. I think they, yeah, but it was just weird to me. I don't really get it. Same, bro. Yeah. If you have questions you want answers for, let me know. But I don't know if I can explain it. That it all makes sense. Because there was a lot of things that you needed to take for granted in the books. I don't think we got all the explanations we wanted. And not really the character building or the world building that we would like have to make, get some answers at least. I was looking on the Discord what other books we had for votes. What was so said in the end? Fox died. The dog dies. And I was really angry about it. Because I don't like animals dying. But also, Quicksilver, it made sense because Fox had to do it to save them out of the clutches of Wolf King when he almost won. So he had to try and travel, and he didn't tell Quicksilver because she would have told him not to. And she still tried to tell him not to when he started it, but then it was too late. So yeah, that was sad. Yes, I did like the dark unicorns trying to protect the heart. That was also fun. I was not expecting them to change into scary ones. Yeah, I loved that part. I did love that part. Okay. We knew he would die since like 30% in. Yeah. But I still didn't like it. Sometimes you have that, right? Like, Anastasia died and Fox died. Yeah. Anastasia died as well. Which we also knew that was gonna happen, but still, not funny. Yeah, I get there were two subbits. That is correct. I didn't like Anastasia dying, but I it didn't get me as mad because she kept telling them she is going to die and she needs to be fast to give her the knowledge. But it was a bit sad that they were now in the ever roaming plains where they could never get rest. If you like the unicorn part, you'll like impossible creatures. Really? That's good. That is good because we're going to read it. I'm a bit nervous about that one, so that would be great. I saw Fox dying coming to him. That was very clear from quite early on. It did make sense and I was fine with it being in the story. Yeah, no, I just don't really like when dogs die. So, but that's a meeting. I also love the Dark Universe of Night Books. Yeah, I think Night Books had a lot of great things in it. I love Night Books. I did check in the so they never got out of that weird place. Anastasia and her fox never did. The others did. But Anastasia and Fox didn't. I like how they painted the afterlife, the forest where Anastasia was reunited with her animals. Yes, except for the part where they kind of told them they would never get rest. Other than that, it was great. The ending with the puppy was so adorable. Yeah, that was cute. But they're still stealing stuff. I don't know. Yes, yes. Slyboot's parents were saved. A grandson of Ollie had taken care of them while they were away. And he just found a cure when they were sent back in the, in the timeline we started, by Fox, who then died. So they immediately got the medicine, but then they had to go with the whole group of Ollie's descendant and friends, like all the descendants of that group, to fight the Wolf King. And Slyboot's parents were all fine by that. We didn't hear anything about them going with them, I don't believe. Or saying, great or not great. It was the place where they were going after they died, right? Yeah, but they specified it was a place for certain witches to die. And I like what Anastasia said in the forest, that sometimes the dark place can be comfort and you have to push through and leave that to get better. That was my favorite scene. Yeah, that was a really good one. That is true. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. It was fine. But that's it. It was fine. I don't think it was great or above average. It was just enjoyable. And now I can move on. I did not have the feeling that I now need to read all the books this author wrote. Or immediately dive into the companion novel or, I still don't really understand how Slyboot's got morals and his parents not. Like inviting a 30-year-old to go steal together. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, and that's why they liked Quicksilver, because she was stealing. But yeah, it was a bit baffling to me. I know, I kind of get that you need to steal if you're in a dark and grim place. But other than that, yeah, no. Yes, Slyboot's parents didn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and sometimes it's fun, right? But I have enjoyed a middle grade series that was from a family of robbers. I really enjoyed that series. So it can be fun, but there was way more world building and way more character development there. So you kind of knew why. You know, they had motives. It is a very wacky story. It's a very wacky series, but it kind of made more sense. That story is specifically there to be wacky and wild, and I don't feel like this book was here to be wacky and wild. It was here to show dark times and how you need to deal with that and what you have to do to, win that battle. So therefore it made less sense here than, in a book that is already wacky. It has supposed to be wacky. Then a family of robbers make absolutely sense. And they go on this robbery camp once a year where they meet. It's kind of a meetup for all kinds of robbery families. And they're making games out of it to determine who's the best robber and stuff. Like, then it makes sense. More so than in this sort of serious book. So every book we picked so far got 6 votes. Those were the books that were picked for this year. And there are no books left with 6 votes. We could put them all in. However, there are multiple books with 5 votes, which, if we're not gonna read Turlight, we can replace that with one of the books that have 5 votes. Where is it? One of them is The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. I'm just the covers. So I can put them on the screen and we can then afterwards vote. If my computer decides to work with me instead of against me. Oh yeah, now we're opening them all the time. Right. Let me see. Another option was The Weather Weaver by Tenzin Mori. The Weather Weaver. Another another option was Witch Park, which I'm almost finished with, but we could make it work probably. And then the other one was The Beanstalk Murder by Peachy Bell that I am actually planning to read this month. And let me see. The Beanstalk Murder. I have found all the book covers and I put them in Goodreads so I can read you the synopsis. Let me see. I didn't mind the stealing part that much. No, but it was a bit weird. I think I would loved it if she would just got the puppy instead of stole it, but otherwise it was fine. Where were those? Yeah, my vote goes to the wild robot, or was it, what was it called? It had 5 votes, right? Yeah, all of the options that I'm going to put on the screen now did have 5 votes. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to read that one this week. Yeah, that's maybe a good way. Oh no, the change of plans, and or we pick another one. I will put them all on the screen and I will read every description to you and then we'll do a poll, yeah. No worries, I could still read it now or a bit later then, if it gets you in. I don't mind, and if those, as we read the Weather Weaver, and I'm planning to read all the others anyway. Yeah. Well, I'm planning to read 2 already. One I'm almost finished, so that this might be, because it is too soon for a reread to me. So this might be a bit hard for me, because I will finish this book, because I love it. So, how much do I remember at the end of March when we have a live show? But maybe we could do the live show a bit early in March, but then still it's like a month later. But on the other hand, I love this. And I want you all to read it. It's so good. Yeah, I would recommend it. There's also knitting in it. So, if it was a bit later, I would not mind rereading the book. But as it is too soon for me. Let's end this poll. OBS. Off building. Witch spark. Beanstalk Murder. The Wild Robot. The Weather Weaver. These are the 4 books that all got 5 votes instead of 6. So these 4 are the next most voted books. I know that Witch Park and the Beanstalk Murder are not a series. At least now, they're standalones. I do think the Weather Weaver and the Wild Robot is a series, which we will not be able to read probably because of the other picks. So keep that in mind. They also found, yeah, that's part of the problem, Judith. They all do sound fun. Let me read you the synopsis. First, we're talking about the Wild Robot. Yes. As soon as I saw it, there were at least 3 books. Let me check. Really? Yeah, 3. There are 3 books in this series, and we can only read the one. Because we picked the others already. But the synopsis says, when Robot Rose opens her eyes for the first time, she discovers that she is all alone on a remote wild island. She has no idea how she got there or what her purpose is, but she knows she needs to survive. After battling a violent storm and escaping a vicious bear attack, she realized that her only hope for survival is to adapt to her surroundings and learn from the island's unwelcoming animal inhabitants. As Rose slowly befriends the animals, the island starts to feel like home until, one day, the robot's mysterious past comes back to haunt her. From best-selling author, that doesn't matter. So that's the story about the Wild Robot. Keep that in mind. Then The Weather Weaver by Tamsin Mori. What if you could befriend a cloud? What weather would you choose? What if the weather matched your mood? Whether you want it or not. That is the only synopsis on Goodreads, and it seems to be a bit short. Oh, there are 2 books in the Weather Weaver series so far, and we can only read 1. Just keep that in mind while you're voting. I don't know if it matters to people or not, but then you have all the information. I would like to have a bigger synopsis of that. Oh, there is actually a 3rd book coming for Weather Weaver, so it's a trilogy. And we can only read the first one. I cannot seem to find a longer synopsis. Oh, here maybe. Yes, an 11-year-old Stella has returned home to Shetland to spend the summer with her grandpa. But it's nothing like she remembered. Grandpa is lost in his grief for Granny, the island is bleak, and Stella feels trapped. Until she encounters an old woman, Tamar, who can spin rainbows and call hurricanes. With the help of Nimbus, a feisty young storm cloud, Stella begins to learn the craft of weather weaving. But when her cloud brain fox, Grandpa and the Haken, a sea witch, starts to close in, she realizes that magic comes with big responsibilities. It will take all her heart and courage to face the coming storm. The Weather Weaver is essentially a Moana tale for Shetland. A coming-of-age story intertwined with island myths and hidden magic. At its heart, the novel tackles the following themes: independence, the meaning of home, and the fallibility of grown-ups. So that is the more bigger synopsis of that. Maybe one of the not serious things. Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys vote, and I just want you to be, if I can find anything about it, I'll let you know. Very fake synopsis. Sounds a bit like Rainbow Grey though. Is it, Kate? It does sound like Rainbow Grey to me. Which can be a good or bad thing. I love Rainbow Grey, but I will. When you read a story that's similar, I will automatically put them next to each other and compare them. So that is not always the best thing. But it does sound like that. It sounds good. It does sound good. Then we have Witch Park by Dominique Villante. Fall under the spell of Witchbark, a magical adventure series perfect for fans of Greenwild, Harry Potter, and the Hatmakers. Eglantine Bury can't find her Witchbark, but her magic doesn't appear. Her family and their magical house will fall into the terrifying clutches of the evil Whistle Witch. Across the land, Princess Victoria faces her own danger as her secret magical powers start to spiral out of control and cause chaos in the royal palace. Eglantine and Victoria both turn to the disgraced witch, Miss Haggerty. Her witch lessons are difficult and powerful, but can this secret magic match up to the dangers these two hopeful witches face? Two aspiring witches, one unusual teacher, a magical house, and a talking dragon butler. Technically, he's not a dragon, he's a wyvern. And I feel like he would want me to defend that. He's a wyvern. Fight for what's right in this major new series from Dominique Villanti, the best-selling author of Starfalm. This magical house has attitude. There is a wyvern butler best friend situation going on. This book has witching needles in it. There is talk about knitting for a tiny bit. And then the last contender is The Beanstalk Murder by P.J. Bell. A middle grade fantasy novel involves a young witch in training her arch enemy, the Kingdom of Giants, and a huge murder mystery. Anwen Sledge, an 11-year-old meadow witch apprentice, lives with her grandma in a rural village that hasn't seen giants since the Great Beanstalk War. So when a giant falls right onto them, it's quite a surprise. And it's even bigger surprise when they discover that the giant was dead before he hit the ground. Anwen, her grandmother, and Anwen's rival, Cherise, will have to plant a magic beanstalk and send a message to the giants in the Sky Kingdom. But Anwen and Cherise get stuck to the beanstalk and find themselves shut up to the Sky Kingdom and surrounded by giants. There they learn that the dead giant was a king. Since the giants have no magic beanstalk of their own, it will be a few days before they can send the girls home. Meadow, witch in training, Anwen has a duty to the dead, so she determined to help solve the case despite Sherry's doubts in her. With the help of a page boy, a few new animal friends, and her reluctant rival, can Anwen figure out who killed the king before it's time to go home, or before the killer strikes again. This does not say it is in a series. On Goodreads, neither does Witchbark. So these two seems to be without series, and the others have series. They're both trilogies, to be specific about it. I did plan to read this, like after the book I'm currently reading, but I can still, put it on hold and do it at the end of February. But I really would like to read this for Fairy Tale February. I did choose that because it wasn't picked for the book club. But I'm happy to read this with you all. This one, same. I think you should read it. However, I'm over half and it is a bit early for me to reread, but maybe I can stop now and then read the last bit at the beginning of March. So I will remember fully. Maybe not, but you guys then have to help me remember during the live show. I think it's doable. I think we can do all 4 of these. These were the one with the most votes, so it's fair to choose one of these. I will make the poll. Sort of, but more on the slightly older end of middle grade. I've taken a picture of the back of the book and put it in the Wonderland chat. Oh, nice. That's good. Wyvern are dragons. Yeah, but they are a distinct breed, right? And it feels to me like that is very important to him. If he's for, a distinct breed. You're selling this way too good for saying the live show timing will be hard for you. Yeah, I know, but it's really good. Look, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I'm going to give this 5 stars. She really has to mess up the ending real bad. if this will not be 5 stars. But then again, this book is by Peter Bell. He wrote The Train to Impossible Places, which I also gave 5 stars. So this is a 5-star prediction for me. I want to read them all. Yeah, they do sound good, don't they? Animal Friends, Soul. Does it for me anytime. I get it. How about we pick one for the book club and the other 3 we can do buddy reads if people want to. Yeah, absolutely fair. I'm here. I would go for which Spark or the Beanstalk Murder, because those 2 I could find on Everend. Oh, yeah, that's also great. Why? I cannot find Witch Spark on Everend. Would you mind sending the link in the Discord? Because I've been looking for it. Let me just make a poll so everybody can vote. And which book for March? Which Spark? The Beanstalk Murder. The Weather Weaver. The Wild Robot. You should now be able to vote. I want to read Witchbook when you mentioned it, when you were reading it already. Yeah, it's great. And the whole reason I say it is too early for me to reread is because I honestly have been thinking about rereading it if we would pick it for the other club, because it has knitting in it. It feels that might be an option. So I did consider rereading it for that purpose. Obviously, like, I'm only halfway in, so next month rereading it would be a bit soon, but same to that. She's always so excited about it, and I wanted to. Yeah, it is a good book. I'm not gonna lie. You did search for the author or title. I searched for that. I thought I did both. Normally, I do both when I cannot find one of the other. I feel like everyone can sometimes be hard. And when I look for the title, it doesn't find it, and then I search for the author. I think I did both, but I'm not sure anymore. Yeah. So I would be happy to read any one of them. I absolutely loved the Laura Anderson Weather one. And the only thing about that one, why it wasn't 5 stars for me, is because it was a bit less than middle grade. So if Kate says the Weather Weaver is like it, but a bit older, probably gonna love it. So, yeah. Then again, the Wild Robot seems, fun. The only thing is that I personally don't like as much is if we pick a series, we cannot finish it, and that feels a bit wrong to me. I don't want to leave people with unfinished or open series. However, this is not my choice. You are voting, so if you want to read it, we're doing it. No problem. Like, it's fine. But that's why I would not have chosen them. Purely because I don't want to force series on people that I don't help finish, if that makes sense. Yeah, I know. It's terrible. Yeah, still better than we use the credit system. Like, okay, that's why I don't like Audible, because I have to pay 7.5 for a credit. And like, I can read 10 audiobooks in a good month. That's too much. I like the subscription better, because 1 month I don't use it as much, And then the other month, I binge 15 audiobooks. And I can just read them all. Oh, wow. That's... Alright. I guess I'll put this on hold. 83% have voted for Witch Park. 17% of people have voted for The Wild Robot. There are 6 votes. And there are currently 7 watchers. That doesn't sound right, but... There are 7 viewers, and there has been... Oh, now we have 7 votes, and it's 86% for Witch Park, and 14 for The Wild Robot. So Witch Park won, and we will be reading this in March. I will be reading half of it in March. Damn it. I should have annotated this book. I was thinking about annotating it because there were so many quotes I loved. But I didn't do it. And I'm pretty sure now we're getting a live show about this. I want to talk about all those quotes, right? You did sell it well. Yeah, it's also good. That's the problem. I love this book so much, I can't shut up about it. It's going to get 5 stars. If not, I'm gonna be so disappointed. I love every bit of this. Oh, I should go back in and annotate it. People won't, but they won't. And I'm a people pleaser. We're gonna do it. Absolutely. I also want to read The Wild Robot, but I can only vote 1. Yeah. You know, I am very open to having buddy reads. That is fine. I would be happy to buddy read The Beanstalk Murder this month with people if they like. I can open channel for that. And I wouldn't mind to open channels for The Wild Robot and The Weather Weaver. If you all want it and, want to buddy read it, then I can absolutely do it. That is not a problem. Unless we're all doing it this month. Then it's gonna be a problem because I have a big TBR this month. But if you want to, buddy read something else in March with me, that's absolutely fine. Oh, this is such a... I am very happy for you all to read this, though. I do think a lot of you will like it. Also, look, it has drawings. And then they have chapter hats. Words. Can you see I'm overstimulated by the restaurant I went to today? Hi, Spyvern. That is the house they live in. He has an attitude, and I love it. I'm pretty sure the character part of that live show will be the biggest part. The characters in this are... I personally love them. Let me change the light turn channel. I will remove March. I will keep it. Further than that, I will keep it. I will just remove March. Because we are not reading it in March, but if people still would like to buddy read it, they can. Larissa, if you would be as kind to put the link for the Witch Park audio and everyone in the new Witch Park channel in March, so people, can find them if they want. I will look up again in all the other services, subscriptions like BookBeat, Audible stuff, to put in the channel so people can find the audiobook easily if they want to. And then it will be easy. Might do Fox Book Week next month. That does sound good. I would do it. Your intuition sold me on Witch Park. Yeah, it's... Can't deny it's good. When will the lecture be? End of March or beginning of April? End of March. Preferably. Because there will be a long time between... for me, so I prefer to have it as soon as possible. Same Judith, plus it's a series, so maybe a buddy read. Yeah. Again, I would definitely like to, put up channels for buddy reads of all the other 3 options if people are interested. It's the same writer as Love Sugar Magic. No, it's the same writer as Starfall. Yeah, it's Starfall. Want to read all our books anyway, so we just need to read. Yeah, it's... I just hope I don't oversell it this time, but I love it. Also love Starfall. Yeah. And in Starfall, it was really about, the feeling of a disability, because Dominique Filante has a tiny arm. So with Starfall, she really tried to get the feeling of a disability, and that is how Willow, acts, because she feels like she is less of a witch. But in Witch Park, the main character actually has a tiny arm. So we see the reactions to a visible disability. Then I messed up the witchy book authors. Yeah, I get it. They're both good, they're both witchy, they're both middle grade, so, I think it's still on BookBeat too. Well, I will look it up. But if you are faster, please put them down in the channel. It's so helpful for people to find them. It's not the audiobook but the ebook. How do I share the link from the app? There are little dots at the right, and then you can press share with a friend, and that's the link, and you can put it in anywhere. Storyteller is the ebook, no audiobook. Then that's what I saw. I want the audiobook. But please do share the ebook for people that might need it. That, never mind, figured it out. Great. I will slow. Yes, please do the Buddha channels. I will put them up immediately, because otherwise I forgot. What was the author again for The Weather Weaver? Can't find it on BookBeat. Alright. Can read it on my... Yeah, you know, I don't do ebooks, but I know that it's valuable to have them, so please share all the links. Never mind, it was Twice Upon a Time that I saw. That's a good one. I have listened to that one for a part. I did that with Foxheart as well. I listen on my phone and read on my tablet at the same time. That's nice. I just have to hope everyone has the audiobook then. Yeah, we'll try to find all the links for everyone. Tamsin Mori. River by Tamsin Mori. So let's... The Weather Weaver. The Wild Robot. Was by Peter Brown. And then the Beanstalk Murder. Thank you, Larissa and Avka, for the links. Nice. I have made all the channels for the others. I just put in that, you know, we wanted to, and you all can find a day to do it. Except for the Beanstalk Murders, there I specify that I will be reading it this month. Thank you. I will be reading it this month, and at who wants to join. I will put spoilers in if I read it before you but I can read this any time of this month. I'm happy to wait. But I do want to read it for Fairy Tale February. So I have not looked at the audiobook. Oh, Larissa did look up. Thank you. That's so helpful. Thank you. I love this. I love it when you're all frosted at me. So yeah, if you want to join me reading this in February, that would be lovely. I'm pretty prepared to wait for this one. And then this will be at the end of March. Yeah, no problem at all. I love buddy reading with you all. That's why I own a book club now. No, this is always so much fun, right? So I love to see everybody thoughts about it. That's why I love the event book, because we were talking about it every single day, and it was so much fun to me. So I just love to have another experience like that where we all talk about the same book while reading it in the same month. So and I think that's it for today. Is there anything I should clearly specify more on the Discord about this change in books? Because obviously not everybody is here. So if you think something is not clear enough in the Discord, please let me know. I will make it more... I try to make it more clear. Boom, boom, boom. Would be perfect because the mystery would give me bonus points for get a clue, read it all. Yeah, and also, like, it's a fairy tale retelling. It's a Jack and the Giants retelling, and there's also witches in it. The beanstalk murder already on my lonely be so ready menu. I got it. No, I'm not ready. Look. I'm 283. I can't do this right now. Oh, I don't have them. I have read 58 pages out of a 283 book. As soon as I finish this book, I'm ready. But I'm also happy to wait for anybody that doesn't have it already at home. But I 200 something pages. Like around 230 pages. I need to read first and then I'm ready. Elena asked when you plan on reading The Weather Weaver. I don't really have plans yet. Not in February. That's all I know. But then, other than that, I'm game. Yes, I also love the advert. It was so cute. I loved it so much. I swear I get the book a higher rating because of the experience you guys gave me. Yeah, so I can double up and read it. Yeah, that's great, right? Yeah. And I'm very excited about Murder Mystery Fairy Tale. There is another series that is a fairy tale retelling that I really want to read, but I can't find. I can only find the ebooks, and I don't really do ebooks. But I hope they reprint them sometime. So sorry, just saw your reply on Discord. No, I replied because you asked that question. It is only because you asked. You told me Alina asked. That was like, oh, I should check and reply. So no, sorry that you helped. I love how we drop one book and end up reading for right this. This is why I said it might change in the video, because I had a feeling this somehow would happen. I did not anticipate it happening so soon in the year. But nonetheless, I'm happy to read them with you. There were too many good ones on the list. So yeah, I knew there was a huge chance this would happen. So why not? Let's go. Just do it. I almost made the Beanstalk Murder one the group book for Fairy Tale February, but decided to not go with a group book. But now I should have, right? Well, we might be able to do a live show for it anyway if a lot of you wanna join. It's all good with me. I am very optimistic though today, because it does seem like my new medication is working very well. So, when I could also have just a great day today. I'm also a bit hesitant to tell, because I have thought many, many times that I was getting better, and then it turns out I'm not. But it does seem like this medicine is really working right now. So if that changes and I end up not being able to do a live show, then obviously I won't. But for now, I'm very positive, and I think I can do a live show for the Beanstalk Murders if we would like to. So, I'm not making promises yet, but I'm positive. Love a Night group book is all, right? And it's by PJ Bell. I absolutely love the Train to Impossible Places. That is such a good series. But he is also such a nice human. I have talked to him on multiple occasions, just on the Instagram chat, and he's just such a sweetheart. So I'm actually really glad that we are going to read this, and I'm very happy to promote it on YouTube by me having a live and people can see it. Which prompt would you put up for that book? I specifically bought it for this readathon so I could put it up for Jeannie because it's a book I wished for and I bought it. It's not a big book. It's 304 pages. So if you're brave and you're starting this at the beginning of the day, you might be able to finish this for midnight. So that would work. Let me put up the prompts again. Move my webcam a bit. There we go. It does sound like they're on a journey because they're going, to the giant land, and the characters don't like each other at the start, but they have to figure it out together. So it does feel like two characters are going on a journey and becoming friends kind of book. I don't think gold will have a big impact on this book, so I won't go with that. If you own it physically, you could do it for Rapunzel, the TBR Tower. I think it's safe to say that you can use it for Pinocchio because there has been a murder. So the murderer is probably gonna lie. So I would count any murder mystery for Pinocchio. I don't know if this is a beautiful story yet or not, but you can put it in afterwards if you thought it was a really good story. In Beauty and the Beast. Oh, it's funny. The synopsis on the back of the book is different than from Goodreads. But Meadow Witch Onan is even more sure. Oh, it's not every day a dead giant falls from the sky and destroys your village. But Meadow Witch Anben is even more shocked when she realized he was giant royalty and he was murdered. Determined to solve the crime, Anben and trainee sorceresses are transported by Beanstalk to the giant's place. In this world, they are smaller than mice, which means they can use their perfect spy size and witchy skills to track down his killer. But how can you investigate a murder when you risk being squashed by your suspects? The BFG meets Murder Most Unladylike in his giant size whodunit. I do see a mice on the cover, which is technically a wild animal, as is the pigeons. I don't think I would put it in. However, I would not be angry if you did. If you feel like that's the only one where it fit because you have books from all the others, feel free to do so. For me, it's a story I wished for, so that, I can definitely put it in for that one. I don't know if this is going to have found family, so maybe we can put it in afterwards if you need to. Then again, it's 304 pages long, so if you're brave, you might be able to read this in a day and finish it before midnight. And for me, this would be a story with a good foundation because I love PJ Bell's writing and I love fairy tales. And I do love a good murder mystery at times. So there are 3 things in this book that make me think I'm really gonna like it. So for me, it would work for the 3 picks as well. Beasts Murders Market as coming soon on Everett. That's good to know. That's good to know. Oh, nice. So good to hear. Happy to. Yeah, I'm very happy about it today. Fingers. That's the true thinking. I have had good days before. Where I think I'm done. It's only getting better from now, and I was not done. So we'll see. But it's looking good. Yes, let us know. Don't push it if you. No, I will honestly. If I can't do it, I will not do it. But I also love to do it. And I have been very hesitant to do a book every month because I wanted to do another club, and that's moving on a bit. And because I didn't know if I could do 2 live shows a month. But right now, it does seem like my medication is taking up. And I don't have to do another live show for another book in February. Anyway, I am doing all the sprints. So that's why I'm still a bit hesitant to see. But for now, it looks like I can. So even when we hate it together, like all Camp Group books, so far from... Yeah. No. We didn't all hate Lumberjanes, right? Lumberjanes 1 was our first Camp Group book. And I think most of us like those. I picked a graphic novel for that one. Yeah, that's smarter. It's smarter to pick a graphic novel for the midnight prom than, a 304-page book. But you can do prompts more than once and still get points, though. Yeah. You can keep going to the same character over and over and over and just tell them a different story and they will love it and still give you silver coins. Sounds like a fun twist to the fairy tale. Yeah, I'm very excited about this one. This is high on my February TBR. I didn't like Lumberjanes, really? Oh, I forgot. Yeah, then there is probably not a single group book you liked from the Comic Gentle. Oh, I need to do better. I need to do better on those. There was some questions about on Discord, so I'm just gonna say it again. In Last Prince, we kind of decided to read Heartless as the group book for the self-love camp. I will make a bingo board again for some self-care prompts that I will be releasing fairly soon. And we will be reading Heartless as the group book that weekend. So, I will make an announcement video for that soonish. It depends on how I keep feeling and how drunk I'm gonna be from tomorrow on when my dosage doubles. So, yes, I know, but I want to visit them all. I get it. Yeah. I will not put it in for Cinderella either because I already did Cinderella. So, it's okay. I love the book club book so far. At least I made up for it somehow, right? It's fun to read them. Yeah, it is really fun to read them together. I do think so. But I do want to find good camp books as well. However, Heartless is not a camp book, but it's good. So, if everybody that still wanted to read Heartless, wait until the last day of February and the first 2 days of March, then we will be buddy reading it. I will reread it because I will get a pretty edition in February, so don't feel drunk, Denise. No. Yeah, no. And it's not the funny drunk, right? I had times where I took new medication and I was kind of high and I was just very happy about not having pain and, keep telling people that. I also had one of those times made up that Job was going to take me for an ice cream because I was so happy. And that's kind of funny drunk, right? Obviously not the way how you should film, but I can't remember anything of it. Job had loads of fun, so at least it was funny somehow. This drunk was more the kind of, the room is dancing and I can't stand on my legs drunk. Which is not great if you have to open the doors for the plumbers that arrived and, without telling me. And I was not able to stand on my legs. I have fell over. I fell down the stairs trying to open the door for them. So in that case, I could not even film if I wanted to. I'll read it and then see which problems it fit. Yeah, you can absolutely do that, no problem. But you told me I wouldn't like Heartless. What am I to do now? I'm not sure if you like it. I will try to describe it as... How do you say it? Like, I will try to describe it without my own opinion too much. But that's hard because I love it. But it's a very typical young adult Alice in Wonderland retelling. And you follow the POV of the Red Queen when she is a young, lovable, pastry-loving girl. And you see her grow up, you know, and being in her teens with all the Wonderland characters. But it is a very typical YA. So that's why I'm not sure if you would like it. Because you also don't have a huge love for Alice in Wonderland. I don't think you liked that book. And, you know, this is an Alice in Wonderland retelling from the Queen of Hearts point of view. This is basically her origin story. How the Queen of Hearts became who she is. Oh no, isn't great at all. No, no, like it was terrible. Then I'd rather have the, I don't know what I'm doing kind of from the, I'm so happy I have no pain. Are we going to take ice cream? I'd rather have that than falling over and over. Hey, Barbara, give it a try. I will too. We'll just find out. Yeah, I know that one is actually available on a lot of audiobook services. When I have audiobooked it before. I will have to check again. Maybe I'll work on the graphics for the self-love camp tonight and just put a channel up in the Discord already so I can put in that we're doing the buddy read there and, you know, put all the links in there for the audiobooks and the ebooks we can find. And then just, you know, you guys have the information and then I'll make the announcement later. We can do that. That is not yeah, I could do that. It's probably makes more sense. Easier to help out people. At least. Oh, wait a minute, again. Oh, Beauty and the Beast. Let Pinocchio. He's lying. We're gonna read the lying book. Oh, I love it. See, I'm getting distracted by Discord again. This is me. Out of control, my HD. Okay, I found it on Everend. Nice. I just checked. It's on BookBeat, but not on Everend. That is so funny. I will see if I can find it, but if not, Barbara, can you put it in the Discord for me? I will make the channels. Already excited for the Fun Week. Yeah, me too. And that's gonna be a good one because Barbara's climate weekend is the weekend before that, and then the last day of Fairy Tale February, as well as the first 2 days of March, is going to be self-love camp. So we have 2 weeks back to back where we see each other the whole weekend. And I'm very excited about it. Everyone must be hiding it from me. Yeah, it seems to do that. That's why I was like, maybe I can't find it either. And then maybe Barbara could put it in. Because I'm kind of at the end of my free trial, so then it doesn't let me see a lot of stuff anymore. Maybe that's the problem. But yeah, I think that is all for today. I will let you guys know, or if I'm still okay tomorrow, and I still need to make the channel, Barbara. Let me make it. I'll make it while I talk. if I still feel okay tomorrow, and I am not that drunk from the upping of the medication, or the effect is gone, I will have sprints tomorrow evening again. But if it turns out that I can't because of the medication, then I'm not. So if I can do it, I will let you guys know around dinner time. Somewhere between 5 or 6, maybe 4 already. And then we'll probably start at 7. Let's make a channel. Heartless buddy read. All you need to know. Bingo bird uploaded later, and a heartless buddy read. I have now put in the Heartless Buddy Read channel under the Self-Love Comp Weekend in the Discord. If you could put the audiobook there, it would be great. There we go. I put it in. I mean, yeah, I know, but when you ask, I didn't make the channel yet. But now, yeah, you found it. I can see you found it. Thank you. Yeah, so excited for those reading week. Yeah, right. And then back to back, it's gonna be the best week. It's gonna be just basically one long hangout. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Because I do try to do Monday and Friday reading sprints, and then Barbara is obviously already hosting on Tuesday and Saturday. And then we have 2 weekends that there will be sprints every single day, probably. So it just sounds like a good time. Yes, no, that's what why I'm looking for it. I saw it on the calendar. Barbara made. Yeah, she made. Yeah, I love it. Monster, that sounds wonderful. Yeah, I do hope to get through that. It's there. Thank you. Hello, Megan. We were just ending. We have been chatting for a long while, not about Foxheart right now, but have you read Foxheart or not? So we are missing Wednesday and Thursday week. Yes, that's basically all. And maybe Sundays? Are you doing Sundays, Barbara? But the week between, it's only Wednesday and Thursday. So maybe we could figure something out about that. Maybe do some Discord sprints or something. But I think we should be able to manage to do sprints every single day from your Climates weekend until my self-love camp. Between this whole community. I think we could do it if we like to. I think that's it. So, to sum it all up, we will not be reading Thornlight in March. Most of us would not read this or wouldn't read this without the group pressure, so we're not doing it. Instead, we're reading Witch Park by Dominique Villante. I have already started and I love it, so I hope you all do too. Then we also decided that the other 3 books we have voted for, we will be we need buddy reads for those. So the channels are made in Discord, but one of the buddy reads is The Beanstalk Murder by PJ Bell, and that will be this month. We have now officially declared this the group book of Fairy Tale Friday. So that's loads of fun. I just need to finish this book before I can start it, and then we're good. I think that was the summary of this live show. We didn't particularly like Foxheart. Some found it, enjoyable. And other people absolutely disliked it. So we decided to pick another book. And we're now going to read 2 books that I'm personally very excited about. I'm not doing Sundays, but I mean the week there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we could, right? I was thinking the same. Talk to me. We all make it happen. I noticed, I didn't read Fox, so I didn't join early. Yeah, it's, completely fine. You're always happy to join, even if you haven't read it. As long as you don't mind the book being spoiled, because it will be. This sprint would be perfect on the days without the booktube sprints, right? Yeah, I feel like that too. The Beanstalk Murder is not on my effort. Oh, that's sad. There are people sharing their links, because sometimes you can then click on it and it's not immediately available for you, but as soon as you paid for a new month, it will get available to you. So depending on when your subscription renews, it might actually still be on time for you. And the link is shared in the Discord, I believe. Let me check real quick. Oh, Ape is also sharing Heartless on Storytel. Thank you. Oh, Kate did it for BookBeat. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. That's great. I definitely want to read that. I'm looking forward to read it too. I definitely want to read that at some point. Maybe not in February though. Yeah, please no, not in February. I love that we all talk to each other on the Discord while we're just still live here. That's amazing. I love you all. Larissa did share her link on Everend, Megan. So, yeah. I am going to move. I'm gonna move it to Fairy Tale February. The Beanstalk Murder. We have decided on the live show, this book is now the official group book of Fairy Tale February. There you go. I would have, imagine people watching the Discord now and think, what the fuck happened on the live show? Because she's making a lot of new channels. But yes, the link from Everend to the Beanstalk Murder has been posted by Larissa. So you should be able to find it that way, Megan. Thank you for hosting and did like the book, and I want to read the other books one day. Yeah, same. Judith, I'm always here for a buddy read if you need to. I will check mine renews on the... See, that's great. Oh, the energy in the... Yeah. I'm so excited about this. Thank you all so much for allowing me to read all the books I love. To give me that push. To always be here if I'm live or if we're doing fun stuff. I'm just very happy. I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. If not, I will see you Tuesday on Barbara Sprint. Thank you all for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, nerds!